for the noise with the fan?
I can turn it down, I can turn it off.
Yes, this is kind of at him, so
Okay.
the only thing when you answer the questions, like
Be a bigger voice?
yeah, bigger voice.
Oh,
Be a bigger voice.
okay, I'll try. I'm always getting yelled at.
Yeah, I know. It's you feel
talk
bad
too
as a
soft.
person, like you're like
I'll
self-conscious
try
about yelling at people. But
Yeah.
So I'll raise my voice if I, like, I'll talk a little louder.
Okay.
And if you hear me do that, means you need
Speak
to talk
up.
a little louder.
Okay.
How's that?
anytime you guys are ready, start off by introducing yourself, first and last name,
Where
the
you
name of the
from?
tavern, where you're from, where we're at, including like town and state.
Okay.
Hey.
Okay. Hi, my name's Mike Epling. I'm the owner of the Wolf Creek Tavern here in Norton, Ohio. I grew up in Norton. I graduated from Norton in 1980. Been in this area most of my life, live in Copley now, and I've always loved the place, always liked the history and old stuff, and just the opportunity to purchase it came along in November of 19, and that's when my wife and I bought it.
So have you been here as a patron before you bought it?
Yes, yes, oh yeah, since early 70s I've been coming here.
And back in the early 70s, how is it different now, today, than it was in the 70s? And how is it the same?
Well, the wood is the same, just the previous owners cleaned it up a lot. It was a lot darker, a lot dirtier back in the 70s, but it's a little more airy, a little more open, a lot more of a modern feel, but not really modern. It's still like all this wood was put up. It's Wormy chestnut. It was put up in 1930 because it was the cheapest wood you could find.
Oh, wow. So what all is here? I know there's a bar. What all is here in this building now?
Well, we have a dining room, we have a patio, a bar, we have the speakeasy downstairs, we have 3 banquet rooms upstairs, and that's about it. A couple storage rooms, and
So as time went on, you've probably learned a little bit about the history of this tavern.
yes.
And what are some of your favorite stories about what has happened in the past in this tavern? Not paranormal, but just the legends of other roles that this tavern served.
Yeah. Well, it started as a cabinet maker shop in 1830. That was the kitchen. That was the original part. It was expanded to its present day state in 1840, except for the deck. Oh geez. It's been a speakeasy, a sheriff's office, a children's infirmary, a brothel, a stagecoach stop, and I believe that's it. Well, and a bar and restaurant. It's been a bar and restaurant the longest.
And tonight you showed us some tunnels. What were those for?
Well, it was part of the Underground Railroad. Across the street, now it's the Royal Oak Service Station. It used to be a hotel. It burned down in 1896. Prior to that, it was part of the Underground Railroad. There was about a 2.5-foot tunnel that went under the road where they would crawl through to get away from when they were being hunted.
So do you think this was a pretty popular place as a speakeasy?
I would think. As far the liquor board told me there were only 2 actual working speakeasies in Summit County. This one, and there's one on the square in Hudson. Kempler's or Kepler's, I'm not sure the name. I don't remember. But
So before you became the owner, did you ever have any paranormal experiences here?
no.
Since you've become the owner, have you personally had any experiences?
Well, I haven't seen anything or I mean, I've had things happen that I can't explain. I'll give you an example. When it's going to be in the 90s, I usually get here between 7 and 8 in the morning, and I'll turn the air down so it cools off before we open at 4. And I came in one morning, actually just a couple Saturdays ago, and I turned the air down to 69, and then I do what I have to do and I leave. And I came back 3:30, 4 o'clock, and the thermostat is set at 85. Just didn't make sense. And we have cameras, so I watch the cameras and nobody goes near it except for me. And how it went from 69 to 85, I can't explain.
And that was just a one-time occurrence?
Well, actually, it also happened about a year ago,
Oh.
the same thing, and it's the thermostat behind you. So,
Now, you have your office up on what we call the third floor.
yes,
And I noticed some writing on one of the walls.
yes.
What is that about?
That was actually, that was Ray Wilhelm. He was a bartender, and from what I understand, his wife was divorcing him because he drank too much, and supposedly he hung himself from the chandelier on the second floor in the room named after him. So,
And so when we go up to the top of the stairs, which room is the room named after him?
the large banquet room, right top stairs, right to your right.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Is that the only death that you're aware of, at least according to legend?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I'm assuming, being that it was a children's infirmary, that there were probably other, but yeah, that's the only one I'm aware of.
Anything else?
Have you ever heard voices here? Have you felt a presence like
I have not.
around you?
I have not.
How have you ever felt about the supernatural, like growing up from being a young man
I'm
becoming an owner here? Did you
Yeah.
ever believe in that?
I'm
or-
I'm not a big believer. No, I've been here all hours. I've been here at 3 o'clock in the morning. I've been here at 6 during the day, by myself, lights on, lights off, and it just have not really.
Do you think these occurrences here have an explanation, or is it making you believe more that there's something?
It's making me question whether I should believe more. It's just people come in all the time and just tell ghost stories and things that happen. So.
And once again, like state your name, like full name, not your middle name.
Okay.
But state your name, and you're the owner of the Wolf Creek Tavern.
Okay.
And also, if you can also say what the previous name was or whatever else.
That there was no other tavern.
Okay.
That one.
My name's Mike Epling. I'm the owner of Wolf Creek Tavern. Used to be Loyal Oak Tavern.
And where are we located at?
Norton, Ohio.